I like to start each presentation by going over the objectives of what I hope you learn from it. The first goal is to reinforce the importance of thorough project planning. While it is not some sort of earth-shattering revelation that a Kaizen event would need to be properly planned, it is certainly worthy of a mention here. The second goal is to teach you about a few of the forms that will make your Kaizen planning and chartering easier and more effective. Namely, this includes the Kaizen checklist and the Kaizen Charter. As I mentioned in the goals and objectives, there are a few planning tools that I want you to walk away from this presentation being able to use. The ones I'm about to show you come from Velaction's line of forms and tools. Don't sweat what it says on these at this point. You may end up using something that you find elsewhere, or you may use our forms with some significant modification. Just make sure you know what the forms are and what they do. The first form is the Kaizen checklist. If you watched the Kaizen process overview video, you'll recall that we recommend starting the planning process 4 weeks out. This tool helps you make sure that you get everything done at the right time. It is very easy to inadvertently skip steps. Plus, some things, especially ordering obscure items with long lead times or getting a busy person's schedule cleared for the team, can take an extended time to plan. The other document you'll be working on early in your planning process is the Charter. This is basically an at-a-glance view of your Kaizen event. This will be extremely important when pitching the project to the champion and executive sponsor, as well as when recruiting a team and arranging for resources. If the Charter looks like you're just pencil whipping it, people will not have a lot of confidence in your ability to get things done properly. I've mentioned the Charter a few times. Let's take a look at it in detail now. Basically, it is a planning and communication tool. Use it. Having this document greatly increases your chance of success. It keeps you focused and creates buy-in on the project. One word of warning. Don't think of this document as being set in stone. Make changes as needed, but make sure that you communicate those changes to prevent confusion. This is the Kaizen Charter form that Velaction uses. Since you already spent a lot of time on problem statements, I want you to note the large piece of real estate that is devoted to the topic. That should be an indication of how important it is to get it right. The top of the form provides a place for scoping the project. It includes a process name. The start and end points define what can be changed during the Kaizen. This is referring to the start and end points of the part of the process that you're working on. We also ask the question of whether a value stream map exists and who the owner is. We hope that if the answer is no, you put a lot of deep thought into whether you should be diving into Kaizen at this point. With no value stream map, there is likely no clear future state vision for how the work area fits into the future state of the value stream. The next section identifies the leadership team for the project. There are places for the champion, team leader, and facilitator. Again, if any of these are left blank, you should question why. It also lets you know who the charter author is, when it was first created, and the date of the current revision. The problem statement is part of the strategy section. In addition to the problem statement, I like to see some verification that the Kaizen event is linked somehow to corporate strategy. The overview section contains a Kaizen summary as well as a list of key deliverables. This is slightly different than goals. These are specific, tangible things that need to be in place when the event is wrapped up. The specific goals go in the metrics section. The bottom of the page contains a list of resources, including team members. We will go into more detail on each of these sections in the next few slides.